If you're looking for how to make money online, then this is the right video for you. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how I made over 5 million naira from e-commerce, and I'm going to show you the blueprint, the step by step I took in order to make this money. Now, the what you just saw on your screen is actually a glimpse of one of my shop, one of my e-commerce shop, where I made about 3.9 million naira and 280 sales of I also made $2,000, and yeah, some other currencies that I don't think matter that much. And this is my WordPress store, and this video I want to show you how I made this money and show you the blueprint of how you can use this. Now the link for these shops you can go check out in the description, so you do not think I'm actually playing with you guys. So right, I want to show you how I did this and what you can do to actually make this kind of money. So if you're with me, let's get started. So the first thing you have to do in order to make this kind of amount, or the first thing I did, is I started with a niche. Now, I started with a niche. So for you that want to decide how you want to create your e-commerce store, what you want to sell, and all the other stuff about the e-commerce shop, the e-commerce business. For me, I started with a niche. I focused on products that are more passionate about. What does that mean? First of all, I looked at the scale of costs, or the scale of how a product is required in the general market. So sometimes a lot of people say follow your passion, but when it comes to making money, I don't think that actually works. So what I did was I focused on product that I know that have higher sales, like the price gap, the sales rate is actually high, and as well the demand is actually high. So I focused on such product, and I used tools like Google Trend, Amazon, and also social media to actually check the search rate for those things. Now, but my main place, the main place I actually looked towards was my WhatsApp. Yes, I know that might be crazy, right? But I have a lot of developers friends, and I thought about it. I looked at the product I want to sell, and I looked at the niche. By the way, I had interest in development, right? I had interest in building a website. I have interest in coding and other stuff. So I already saw that, okay, this is what I want to do, right? That was where I have like interest in. Not like I was doing it for the money, because mind you, if I'm going to build a website for a business, I'm going to charge them very high. So I was doing it because I wanted to make money. But then when I wanted to open my e-commerce shop, I thought about it. I was like, wait, I could actually monetize this and sell some stuff to other developer, right? I could sell something to other developer. So I picked my niche, or my niche picked me. However, we found ourselves in the same area, where I decided to stay in the tech space, right? Selling digital product, right? So I started with a niche, and for me, my niche is actually the tech space, selling digital product. And so for you, your niche might not be that. Now, number two thing I did was I did my market research. Now, market research is actually the hardest thing to do. Like, a lot of people might not tell you this, but market research is actually a hard thing to do, because you have to understand the number of people that are selling that particular product, the number of buyers, the pricing, the strategy, reviews, and all that. You have to understand how all these things fall. So you have to study them and understand your customers, their interest, location, spending habits, how much are people willing to spend for such product, right? I had to do my own research. Now, when I picked my niche, I looked at it, did my research, and I found what I could sell, right? So let's go on. So the second thing you have to do is to make your own research, right? Do your research, try to figure out what product people need, right? That's after you've decided your niche, that's what you're passionate about, or where you can make the best money. For me, is where I can make the best money. So for your own case, it might be the other way around, what you're passionate about, right? Now, number three thing is I picked a business model. So now, in the e-commerce space, there is drop shipping, there is print on demand, there's inventory based, there's digital product. Now, before I started the whole digital product thing, I did inventory based, and I wasn't successful. Yes, I wasn't successful. That I'll talk about in another video. But when I did inventory based, I wasn't that successful. It was a thorn in my flesh, right? I wasted a lot of money. But when I switched to digital product, I did a lot of sales. Like, I made a lot of sales. Now, so what business model is will work for you? You have to study your environment, right? Because most of my friends, I do not really see them. Most of my friends, my customer, my developer friend, my tech friends, we are like a community around the world. I really do not see them. So how do I say to them? Now, I'm not this person that I'm actually an introvert. So based on my personality, I pick a business model that suits that personality. That's when I tried inventory based. I did fail. So what is the difference? Drop shipping, you do not need any inventory, right? But you need this physical product. Someone pays, you get the product and you sell to the person. Now, print on demand, you should know that by now. Print on demand is actually getting mugs, printing on them, and allow a company ship them when a customer buy them. I did that as well. um then inventory base, you buy, you stock the product, and then you try to make sales, right? I was actually an introvert, so that business didn't do well for me. Now digital product, what worked well. So you have ebook courses, software, and I stick to the software aspect, right? So number three is you have to pick a business model, which I did. Right. So number four, I sourced out for my product and created some. Now, software was not very easy to actually come across. You have a lot of these big company building their softwares, and then they package it in such a way that you cannot resell it, right? But for me, I did build my own, right? I did build some of my own and bought some from fellow developers. So if you're doing inventory based, you could use platforms like AliExpress, Alibaba. If you're doing print on demand, you could use Printful. And when you're doing any an inventory base as well, you could do use local wholesalers. Now, I said if creating your own account, focus on quality, packaging, and user experience. Now, if you're creating your own product now, you should focus on quality, you should focus on packaging, you should focus on users experience. Right, those are the three important things: quality, packaging, user experience. Those are the three important things that will make you sell your product very fast. Right. So number four, I wrote it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Number five, I just talked about number four. Number five, I said I built my online shop. Now, having the product is one thing. Now, building a shop for that product is another thing, right? You can have the product and lack the customer base, and you might say you want to use just your local audience, but the local audience is segregated. Like you have just the number of people in that vicinity. Now, that means your goods or your product is going to be around that vicinity, and if they don't need your product every day, then you are going to be broke, right? So I built an online shop. Now, if you want to build an online shop, you could start with Shopify, you can start with WooCommerce, which is WordPress, or you can start with BigCommerce, Wix, or Squarespace. That's an alternative. But for me, I choose WordPress and also Seller, right? Seller is not listed here because Seller is not a built-in platform. It's just a shop that you go. It's a platform that you go there, create your shop. So it's actually free. So, but I did WordPress, which is WooCommerce, and then I did Seller. Now you want to set up your website or your online shop so strong that it will not be easily hacked. It has good payment gateway, and it should be SEO optimized, because SEO optimization actually help you get a lot of customer from the internet space, right? People you do not know, you have not met. SEO optimization help you get customers from the help you meet, bring them to your website. So you have to have those things in mind, which I did, that enable my product started showing up on Google and people were interested in my product, right? Now, number 16 I did was business registration. Now, it is not mandatory. Business registration is not mandatory for everybody, right? It is not mandatory for everybody. If you want to build your own shop, you might choose to, you might choose not to. When I started, I didn't register my business until I started making big, like big. So when I started, I didn't register my business. So it's up to you. Do you want to register your business or you don't want to? But when you start making certain amount, it's best to register your business, just in case of issue that has to do with money laundering or whatever, or people sending you fake transaction and stuff like that. So you want to register your business to give your business a backup. Do you understand? Now, so you choose a name, check if the domain name is available, register your business legally. That's your countries or your state. You have to register it through. In Nigeria now, you have something called CAC, so you have to register it, and then you can open a business account, which is very, very important. A business account is very, very important to safeguard you, because some people might have issue with their own account and they might be tracking them from money laundering, and they will send the money from their account to your account, and that will be big issue for you. So, but when it is actually your business account, whatever issue is going to bring is not going to be tied to you, it's going to be tied to your business. At the end of the day, it's going to be sought out. You understand? So number 7, I say choose a marketing strategy. Now, the marketing strategy, it is more important than even the business, right? The marketing strategy. How do you intend to sell your product? Now for me, I did choose YouTube as my marketing platform, right? I did choose YouTube, although I use Facebook adverts sometimes and I use Google ads, but YouTube is my main base. I know how to create a product, optimize, create a video about my product, optimize the video, and ensure that the video is on page one of Google. And the same time, how actually make sales from that product, right? So use whatever platform that is best for you. So you could do blogs, you could do videos, you could do Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever social platform. You could run ads, you could collect emails, depending on what works for you. I have tested most of this. For me, YouTube worked for me. That video creation works for me. So look for your own marketing strategy. What is going to work for you? Try to find out what's going to work for you and use it for your business. Right? Your e-commerce shop is going to sell if you find the best marketing strategy. Don't follow what the general public is saying. So when I started out, people were saying, do Facebook ad, do Facebook ad, do Facebook ad. Facebook ad is the real deal, Facebook ad. And I did Facebook ad and I wasted a lot of money, right? See, today, I'm not doing Facebook ad. I just create my content. I don't even spend money on marketing. I don't even run ads on YouTube. I just create my video, optimize my video. Now, you can't get to that same place on day one. You have to make a lot of mistakes. You have to fail. You have to struggle through the process before getting there, right? So, but at the end of the day, you get to that point and you actually enjoy it, right? So, eight, which is the final, is actually scaling up, right? Scaling up is another most important part. Scaling up. So, how do you scale up your business? Making money is the first part. That's making your first 50 sales is actually the first easy part. The next part is you want to scale up from 50. Assuming you're making like you're starting having like 20 sales per month or 50 sales per month. How do you scale it? Right? First of all, use customers' feedback. Right? A lot of the times people reach out to me and told me, okay, this thing, this is what I think about it, this is what I think about it. Can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? And I adhere to the instruction, and sometimes I make changes, other times I don't, depending on how I feel the changes is needed, right? So always ensure to use customer feedback to improve your product or your services or whatever you choose on the e-commerce space. So customer feedback is very important. Now also use website advert, run ads to see what works best for you, right? Run advert. So I said expand your product line or reach new market. Try as much as possible to reach as much market with your product as possible. So if you're in the same niche with me, you are doing e-commerce of digital product, what you want to do is to try various platforms to see if they work for you. Now, since I'm doing marketing with my videos, I've gone to different platforms. I've gone to Odyssey. I've gone to Is it Random and Be Rainbow. I've done YouTube. I've done Facebook. I've done TikTok. I've tried a lot of video platform to ensure to see which of them works best and which of them can get me the right audience. And I still stick to YouTube because YouTube keep doing the same magic over. So automate tasks and consider consider hiring more people. So ensure you automate tasks. Do not kill yourself with a lot of work, especially when you start making money. Try to look for people to do things for you. Right now, I have a team of, I think, is it 8 or 9 staff right now that works for me, like full time work and in the office. So I think it's actually helping me to grow. So for you, once you start making money, ensure to be able to delegate different tasks to different people so that you can make good money, and at the end of the day you can live long to enjoy those money, right? So I guess that should be all for this video. So that is how the process I took to make my first 5 million naira in e-commerce. It's not even my first. I think I actually did not, right? I did another video though that will talk about it in full, about the e-commerce business in general and what I did that I didn't say in this video, right? So I'm going to catch you in that video, right?